Hey, check this out, guys. Here we go. Getting ready for a drive. It'll take us a couple of minutes here before we get out of the garage as we prepare to back out and go for a drive. Now, this is going to be a behind the scenes look, and you're going to see everything that happens while we prepare to take Lightning out for a drive. Yes, I'm going to don my gloves. And as you'll see here in a second, I've also got a face mask with me. We're not, just in case we stop, but not planning to stop anywhere. But as you can see, we've got that with us just in case. Mitch has got a mask as well, and we've also got gloves. Finally able to get some of that material. So here we go. We're going to listen to that Corvette. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Man, I'll tell you what. And as a matter of fact, I had a problem with my electronic brake, my e-brake. It was sticking, and what I found out that after I washed the car, if I put it in the garage and there's still the brakes are wet, the rotors are wet, and if I set the electronic brake, that sometimes it'll freeze. All right, here we are backing out of the garage. Close her up and let's hit the road. All right. Always fun to just get out and go for a drive. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when your spouse is talking to you that you don't quite absorb or hear everything that is spoken? Wow, let's rock and roll. Let's go. Yes, here we go. And, I'm going to have an interesting interaction here. Not too long as I leave the neighborhood. I'll come across somebody who kind of wants to show off and maybe tempt me into racing. And we'll see how I'm going to handle that. All right, we're coming up to the point where somebody decides to kind of roar and show off and rev their engine, and we're going to come to stop light here. The light's red, and stop, and then I decide that I need to respond. So as the light changes and we can make our left turn, I think the people that are still going straight, yes, I showed off a little bit. And whoa, man, look at that. Even with the Yeah, even with all the driver assist on this powerful Grand Sport, it could still get away from you if you stomp on the gas pedal, and that's exactly what happened to me. I was pretty surprised that the rear end let go there for just a second, and the road was dry, and this car's got monster tires on it, but it's still got so much power. But fortunately, it kept me from losing control. Now, my spouse, my sweetheart, was a little unhappy about my action there, and she told me, listen, I don't want you doing that again when I'm riding in the car with you. So I said, well, you're right, I promise I won't do that again, but we'll see if I can exercise a little more self-control next time. So we got past that, and we continued our drive, and off we go, and we had really a great time. Now here's a part of the drive where I was just trying to listen and pay attention, but also keep my mind focused on the drive. So here we go. We're going to drive across the bridge on Highway 49 that crosses Lake Wylie into a little town called Lake Wylie itself. And you'll be able to see the water as we cross it. Beautiful day. So we'll switch the camera around so you can see where we're going and kind of enjoy the view as we ride along. It's right about this time that there's a lot of yes deer. That's correct. And I'm just kind of trying to go along. Oh, I had a moment of, just a little brief moment of boredom. I was trying to hang in there. And now we'll switch around so you guys can enjoy the ride. All right, we're now on Highway 49, and we will cross Lake Wylie here in just a couple of miles. It certainly is nice just to get out and go for a drive. You know, you can only stay home so much, and you start getting restless. You start getting cabin fever, and so we try to, you know, the car lightning is a real blessing because it gives us something to do, get out and travel around a little bit, see what's going on, enjoy the outdoors, and just go for a drive. It's just nice to get out and see the world around us. You can't just stay locked up in your house all the time. So certainly no risk to ourselves or anybody else by going for a drive, and we just love to do that. So you'll be able to see the lake here in just a couple more miles, and I hope looks like we're making progress on this whole situation, and hang in there, guys. It's not going to be too much longer. Things are starting to open up, and we're going to continue working and going out and going to eat, and hopefully sporting events will be able to participate in pretty soon. So just hang in there, guys, and we're gonna go back to living our lives very soon. All right, here we are approaching the lake. That's a marina on the right-hand side, and we're just crossing over now. You'll be able to see just a little bit of the water through the railing there on the bridge off to the right and also off to the left. We're crossing over Lake Wylie now, and that's a beautiful area. We boated there for many years. I've had several boats that I've owned on the lake. Ski boat years ago, and then I had a pontoon boat. Most recently had that for 3 or 4 years, and finally sold all the boats out of the boating business right now, but we do still have a kayak, and I found a kayak is pretty inexpensive to own and a lot of fun. So here we are pulling into that's actually officially Lake Wylie, South Carolina, still in South Carolina, and a real nice little town. There's a lot of pretty good restaurants and places to hang out. So we're gonna take a run up here and then turn around and head back home. So as you can see up here, since we're close to the lake, there's a lot of marinas in this area, just not a short distance away from the lake, where people can have their boats serviced, and so that's pretty nice. Beautiful sunset as we head west, just a little bit further west before we turn around. A lot of beautiful areas around here. We love to go for a drive and check it out. Now as we continue, it's been fun riding with Mitch. This is one of our favorite things to do. You know, a lot of other activities are restricted right now, but you can still drive your Corvette or any car, whatever kind of car you've got. We love Corvettes. We enjoy getting together with our Corvette Club, Queen City Corvettes, and we have a great time with them. A lot of our activities have been curtailed this spring, which is unfortunate because there'd be a lot of car shows and meetings and a lot of fun events. We usually have several meetings at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is great fun also. So those have had to be canceled, but we get out and drive, and we've done some charity drives and just some other drives that we've gotten together where we've, one of my other videos, we drove past one of our members' homes who had been diagnosed with cancer and was getting ready to start his treatment, just to cheer him up a little bit. So it's a great thing you can still do. We also drove by the hospital. Here we are on our way back across Lake Wylie, driving across the Buster Boyd Bridge, which goes across the lake. So we'll be able to see that here in just a minute on our way back home. Beautiful afternoon for a drive, and as you can see, the skies are blue and the sun's just getting ready to set. But really a nice time for a drive. So here we go across the lake one more time. You'll be able to see the water on both sides. And as we head back home. We're lucky we live in such a beautiful area. There's two really nice lakes right around here. There's Lake Wylie, and just north of Charlotte, Lake Norman. It's a little bigger lake, but both beautiful places to get out on the water. Lots of homes on both lakes, and Lake Norman has actually quite a few apartments around it. But great places to go boating, fishing, water skiing, all the activities you do out on the water. So we're lucky to live in this area. So we're just on our way home. We actually live probably 15 or 20 minutes from Lake Wylie, and maybe 45 minutes up to Lake Norman, where there's a lot of people live up there. So we're just on our way home now. We'll be home in just a few minutes. Here we are. We're going to drive through the Palisades, which is a neighborhood very close to Lake Wylie. Got some beautiful homes. We'll just take a run through here before we head back home. And when I said we're 15 or 20 minutes from Lake Wylie, that was from where we used to keep our boat. There was a marina there, the Lake Wylie Marina, where we used to keep our boat. There is also a marina in Antigua Cay that was actually only about 5 minutes from our house. And we do live on the southern end of Lake Wylie, in a waterfront community where, the waterfront's a 5-minute walk from our house. So the lake kind of is about 25 miles long all through this area. So it's beautiful. And here we're going to take a run through the Palisades. We looked at houses in here for quite a while. Now this is actually in North Carolina, just across the border from where we live. And beautiful area, but we really wanted to live in South Carolina for several reasons. There's lower taxes in South Carolina, and a few more things where it's cheaper. So we decided to end up looking for a place in South Carolina. But this is a beautiful neighborhood in North Carolina, so check it out. As we drive in here, there's some beautiful homes. You might not be able to see them too much on this pass off to the right here. And there is also a fairly large clubhouse, country club. There's a golf course here. A lot of these homes wrap around the golf course mostly, and there are a few that go down by the waterfront, do touch right on the edge of Lake Wylie also. So it's a beautiful area, planned community, many different price points. There's some pretty expensive homes in here, and then there's some much more affordable. And they have beautiful facilities, with pools, swimming courts, and of course the golf course and the country club. And we've taken a tour of that before. Really beautiful, and a gorgeous golf course. Here we are. We're going to head back out of the Palisades. You have a better chance to see some of the homes in here. Some beautiful homes. We did, as I said, look in here. Probably for off and on for 3 or 4 months at different homes. There's some of the larger homes on the left near the entrance. Beautiful, looks like a castle to me, with even a drive-through driveway where you drive through the front of the home, and then the garage is in the back. Beautiful. I've always loved that, but a little out of my budget at the time. So we passed on that. And here we go. We're just getting ready to exit the Palisades. As you can see, some beautiful homes on the left there as we leave. So it was really fun to have you guys join us. Hope you enjoyed the drive. I hope you got a chance to feel like you were with us on the drive and see some of the beautiful scenery around here, both in South Carolina and a little bit of North Carolina, like this area right here. We will continue through North Carolina, just right along the border, and cross back into South Carolina to get to our place. The two states are where the border is right here. It's kind of a zigzag, and frequently you'll go in and out of one state and into the other, depending on where you're driving. There's a few more of the homes as we leave this area. So it's been great, and we really enjoyed you guys joining us. I hope you enjoyed the view, gave you a chance to feel like you were along for the drive. If you're stuck at home, there's that one house with the drive-through. As you can see, beautiful home. I mean, spectacular. Might be up around $1 million probably, that place. Maybe close. And so here we go, heading out of the Palisades and heading home. And there's a beautiful photo of lightning. We finished our drive, pulled into the driveway, and here we are relaxing, as I call it, on the upper deck. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.